Hello, my name is Gabe. Welcome to tonight's program. I have a simple sounding yet hard and practiced job to do here tonight, folks. I have to determine whether our contestant reality show is allowed to walk up these stairs to reality treasuredom, or if I must unfortunately shove it down into the pits of reality trash. Tonight on the program, we have Is It Cake? A Netflix reality show based on the thing going around in 2020 about whether something is cake or not. Spoilers, it was. But is this show cake, or is it just a piece of cardboard? Let's find out. So, in order to do so, we will look at the first episode of the show and judge it in 3 distinct yet important categories. Category number 1, potential. Is the show idea even worth writing home about? Or is it an idea that just needs to go home? Can you do more than 1 episode out of this? Or is it really just a one and done? Category number 2, production. How's the lighting? How's the camera work? Did you edit that in the right order? Ooh, I think you missed a spot when you were cleaning the episode up. Well, if you did, you might not rate highly. Category number 3, cast. Is the host with the most to boast about? Are the contestants even worth asking to come on down? Is the subject of the show even worth pointing to? Or is it a laughingstock? Well, let's find out. Tonight's contestant. Let's start with category number 1, potential. No, I really don't think there's a lot of potential to write home about here, unfortunately. Well, we do have cake, and it's worth 1 episode, maybe. The fact is, every episode is going to be the same thing, with not a lot of variation except for what the cake is. You're still going to have the cake presented to the judges.
Cake wall is making its way around. 5 cheeseburgers, but one of them is not a cheeseburger at all. One of them is actually a cake.
Who are still going to determine the cake, what the cake is, and then the host is going to cut the cake. Again and again and again. After you've seen the first episode, I really feel like you've seen it all. So I'm gonna give it, I would say there is some variety in what the cakes can be. So I'll give it a 3. That's right, I gave it a 3. Oh yeah, we do numbered scores here, by the way. Let's move on to category number 2. For the most part, sound quality's fine. Looks alright. Though I do feel they kept in more than they needed. Took advantage of Netflix's extended runtime to run the show to the ground. And by this I mean, they really could have cut out a lot of the baking segments and probably made more do with a 20-minute show instead of a 40-minute one. I'm not saying we don't need to see some of the baking, but I also think it kinda ruins the fun if we watch as much as we see.
Are you doing sesame seed?
If I have time, I think I'm definitely gonna do sesame seeds.
What are you gonna use for sesame seeds?
I'm just gonna, like, fondant.
Also, at least as far as this first episode is going, I must immediately dock at production points for one simple thing. The winning contestant of tonight's of the first episode either A, cheated and still won, or B, was made to look like he cheated. You be the judge as I show the scene in question.
My taco shells turned out pretty well, but I don't want the decoys to look perfect, so I'm gonna put some of my deep red tomatoes on one of them in hopes that they look fake.
If A, then that means I must dock this show production points for basically running a rigged game and being perfectly okay with it. That's just not cool. If B, I must dock this show production points for slandering its own contestant for, as far as I can tell, no real reason. However, because things are mostly good quality, I'm willing to settle on 5. That's 5 production points. It's time for category number 3. And I actually have a lot to say here, because we've got 3 sets of people to look at in this show. Number 1, the host. Just no. Like, overall, just pure no. The show is trying to take itself seriously. And with that in mind, this utterly goofy host does not fit the bill. You probably want a host who knows what he's talking about. Not this basically goofball thing they're going for here.
Man, I should have watched baking shows before I did this.
Number 2, the contestants. They're just kind of, I don't know. It's hard to say anything about them. No, I mean, I'm serious. The show does not do a good job of illustrating these contestants as anything more than, we bake stuff good. And honestly, if you want to root for contestants, you need more than that. You need motivations, a personality. These guys just don't have it. Also, I'm not sure I dig the decision to have all potential contestants on screen at once.
Oh, they're fighting. I don't understand the sprinkles. I don't get it. She better be doing a confetti cake.
Are you
otherwise
doing
it
a
doesn't make any sense.
confetti?
Yeah, what else would I be doing with that?
It's kind of rubs me the wrong way. Just a personal thing, though, really. And of course, set of characters number 3, the celebrity judges. Now, I'm going to tell you a personal rule on our program. When put with the choice to having a selection of potential candidates for a role, and the show uses celebrities, we tend to dock points. Our reasons are rather simple. Celebrities really can hamper the ideas of what a show can offer. But especially in the judging job that they have here, they do not cut it. Neither the cake or the job. Allow me to explain what I'm trying to get at, if you care to know. Our celebrity judges, any judge in a show that's trying to take itself as seriously as this one actually is, should be experts in the subject of which they're judging. The reason for this is quite simple. Because if you can fool an expert, then that means you've truly succeeded. However, ultimately, these judges aren't. And on the other front, and while we're on that topic, I want to point something out, though I'm not really considering it in too much. The way the judges pick the winning candidate, not with a unanimous discussion or with a vote, but instead, one judge has all the power, well, it sucks. It's horrible and completely unfair and means that one judge is the middle judge is the only one the contestants have to actually think about. With that in mind, I am giving cast 2. Now, that's 3 points for potential, 5 points for production, and 2 for cast. Let's see how they did when I tabulate the average score. That is an average score of 3.3. That means that Is It Cake has been sorely confined to reality trash. It really never stood a chance, I don't think. A little cliff note for folks here. Making a show based on a meme is almost certain to mean the show will go bad and spoil before the idea is even fully baked. My recommendation, make sure your concept has some legroom. Anyways, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed tonight's program, and I hope you join us for more, both of this show and the other programs available on this channel. But I am contractually obligated to tell you, apparently, more importantly than anything else I say, not really, but that's what the contract says, Have a good night.